playbook pretty well. It's just good seeing that, he's getting adjusted, especially just we pass a lot in this offense too, just seeing that he's able to adapt to that. So it's definitely been good for his game.
Kyson, from a motivational standpoint, Coach talked about how a lot of times, like, people talk about a lot about Scat last year and how important he was to you guys and the team, but that a lot of the national media attention has been like, hey, well, how are they going to replace Scataboo? And that some of the guys in the running back room might have taken that a little bit personal, but not being able to maybe step up into that role. What do you make of the motivation going into this year and kind of being able to be that potential player that could step into that role?
I don't really look at it as a like a negative, what is the offense without Scat? I look at it like an opportunity, just to shine through the offense and just to shine in his absence and just, show what I could do. And that's definitely something that, I've been working hard to prove just, since a freshman, just, coming through all the steps of, just being a player here. So it's definitely something I can't wait to show.
You mentioned to me the importance of being like a leader in this room now, having a couple years into the system now and being one of the senior guys in the room.
Yeah.
So what do you make of your ability to kind of be a leader so far during the beginning of camp, having a lot of young guys on the running back room that are kind of getting better and better each practice?
Yeah, it's crazy to feel, just to think that, I've been here so long. It kind of shows just how time just goes by fast. But I've definitely just, taken a step into that leadership role just because, a lot of the freshmen, I've been in their shoes and I know, I share some of the same experiences, some of the same hardships that they're going through right now. So, I just know, as a freshman, that would have been good for me just to, have that guy that just, kind of guide me through, the steps or guide me through, the hard times.
What's the next progression for the running back room before the season starts, still with a lot of time left between now and the end of camp?
I think just knowing our roles, just, definitely just being more versatile just in the things that we do, just harping on just absolutely just harping down on just knowing the offense and getting our T's down to our T's.
What's your favorite part about Camp T?
My favorite, it's so much to like about Camp T, but I'd say my favorite part would have to be hiking up to the top of the mountain. It's definitely something that it's a full body workout, and I think a lot of it's good to see a lot of the new guys and some of the hardships they go through going up, because it's actually easier going up than it is coming down. So it's just funny and fun just to share that experience with those guys.
Kyson, sorry if you've already answered this, but Kenny talked about the friendly competition in the room with the running backs and how it's easier to be competitors with guys that you love and you're close with than it is guys you don't want to be around. I guess how do you guys kind of complement each other as teammates, friends, but also competitors?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that it works out that way, because with competition you always think you just gotta beat out a guy, you just gotta kind of be envious towards a guy and just don't want him to win. But it's not like that with our room. I think just the bond that we share, it shows that we wanna be better within each other, but we also want to help push each other. So I think that just that connection between the guys I think it's healthy, and it's also good for just the competition. Everybody wants to be better, but at the end of the day we're competing. So it's just, I think that's a good mixing between those two.
I know you and Ralik have gotten really close. I guess how have you helped him and seen him grow, going through the injury last year, and now to see him back out here kind of full force?
Man, it's been tremendous just seeing that guy grow just from last season. He's grown a lot, just especially I say where he's grown the most at is just the mental part of the game, just knowing the IQ part of the game is just where I've seen him growing the most. And it's good just to see him doing well.
With that competition, how do you feel like the competition was today with you guys wearing pads and going up against the defensive players with a little bit more oomph to their game today?
Oh yeah, I think it's a lot different for running backs. In practice we get a lot of tag offs and a lot of just stud ups, but I think you get to see the real intensity of running backs when we get in that pass. So it's good to see a little intensity ramped up in practice today.
Do you welcome that, the full contact, even in its practice? Do you kind of relish that a little bit?
Absolutely, that's a part of the game. I think a lot of people forget, just people have to tackle us. So it's something that I enjoy. I enjoy breaking tackles and making people miss and stuff like that. So I think that's a lot of football that gets missed in the midst of practices and stuff like that. So I think it's always good just to get a little contact in here and there.
Because sometimes maybe some guys tagging you up, you may be thinking, I would run over you.
Yeah, some of those tag offs will be arm tackles or tackles I think I make miss. So, you know, I think I make almost every tackle miss. So, it's just sometimes it's hard just to see some of those plays just blown dead, but it's definitely good to get contact here and there.
What role has Coach Iguano had in keeping this competition healthy and not one that's kind of full of animosity, or you guys trying to go after each other but work together?
He definitely just preaches the brotherhood in that room, just, you know, bringing each other closer. We always feel like we're the best room, just, you know, in general. Like, that's the mindset we have. So he upholds such a high standard, you know, in that backfield, and we always just kind of bond together enough to, you know, keep raising that standard every practice, every meeting. And I think Coach Iguano just harps on, you know, the details and stuff like that. So I think that just helps us bring each other closer together.
How's the on-field rhythm going with the three of you guys? With maybe not one guy getting, you know, a ton of carries, but, you know, having, you know, maybe getting a few plays here, a few plays there, and just other guys, you know, having a good rotation.
Yeah, I think that rotation's been pretty smooth. I've noticed that I've been feeling fresh, just, you know, running when I get in. So I think the rotation's been pretty good. It's gonna be interesting to see where they end up going.
So we've seen the scouting report on Kyson Brown, the running back. On Friday, what's the scouting report on Kyson Brown, dodgeball player?
Man, my first year, we won. Last year, we didn't win. So I'm coming for vengeance. I'm trying to get a lot of headshots. I'm trying to win. I want to win it this week. So it's gonna be good.
That's won multiple times?
I don't really know who's won multiple times, because if I don't win, I don't really matter to me. So yeah.
Who's the loudest during Dodgeball? Who talks the most?
The loudest? Probably Leak. Probably Leak for sure. Leak is just he's full of character. Just full of character. So you definitely gonna hear him wherever you are on the field.
He's probably the loudest in a lot of situations, though, right?
Yeah, he's probably the loudest all the time. Yeah, you know, that's good for us.
Thanks a lot,
Thanks,
Kyson.
guys.